House Speaker Kevin McCarthy announcing today he's ordering House Republicans to move forward with an impeachment inquiry into President Joe Biden. Yahoo Finance's Rick Newman is here with the details. And Rick, the backdrop to all this is, of course, the speaker himself facing a bit of pressure from his own party.
Right. So ordinary people can rightly ask, impeach Biden for what? And Republicans aren't really sure what they're impeaching or they're trying to impeach Biden for. So they say they want to do an impeachment inquiry to look into possible corruption. Now, this all relates to President Biden's son, Hunter Biden, who is entangled in some legal difficulties on account of money he got paid by foreign companies in China and in Ukraine that he did not pay taxes on. So it's just the tax payments that are really the question. Republicans have been trying to link Joe Biden to some kind of misdeeds ever since Hunter Biden's involvement in Ukraine and China surfaced back during President Trump's presidency. Remember, President Trump got impeached the first time because he was trying to shake down the leader of Ukraine to find dirt on Biden. Guess what? Trump didn't find any dirt on Biden. Nobody has found any dirt on Biden since. So Republicans are hoping that by opening this inquiry, maybe they will turn up something. But so far, there's nothing there.
So what is there to gain? Is it just a reason for, the answer to a lot of this in Washington, is it just an opportunity to grandstand, or is there actually something here more concrete that this faction of Republicans hopes to accomplish?
Well, even a lot of Republicans are asking that question. I mean, Republicans in the Senate are basically saying this is stupid, this is pointless, and it might backfire. And even some Republicans in the House. I mean, this is being driven by the most extreme Republicans in the House. And it doesn't mean it's actually going to get to an impeachment inquiry. This is the beginning of an impeachment inquiry. It might not get that far. But I think there are a couple of reasons, Julie. Number one, just keep the idea that Biden might be corrupt in the slipstream, if you will. So just hope that if the news keeps reporting and saying the words Biden corruption over and over and over, that maybe more and more voters will think, oh, maybe there must be something corrupt about Biden. And some voters already think that, even though they have not sorted through all the facts regarding Hunter and his father and what the differences are. Let's also remember that the never-ending inquiry into Hillary Clinton's private server did turn up a few morsels that helped Donald Trump, the Republican candidate, in the 2016 election. Of course, he beat Hillary Clinton. So maybe this inquiry will turn up a little something that they can throw at Biden that might stick in 2024. But, it's as far as they want. They just want people to have in mind that maybe Biden is corrupt somehow.
Rick, I don't look forward to the next year.
I do. We're going to have a lot of fun, guys.
Look, the presidential election is still more than a year away. Donald Trump, though, who is currently the front runner within the GOP race, already kind of shaping his policy. What do we know?
Yeah, so this caught my attention right away. Trump is entangled in 4 criminal trials involving 91 charges, but he's also trying to develop some, I guess what maybe some people would say, fresh economic policies, but they're kind of retreads. And the one that is out there just now is he wants to put tariffs, a new 10% tariff on every import to the United States. So this would go further than what he did when he was actually president, which is he did the steel and aluminum tariffs, and he did tariffs on about half of all Chinese imports to the United States. And those policies were outright failures. They did not accomplish what Trump said he wanted to accomplish, which is reduce the U.S. trade deficit with China and reduce the U.S. trade deficit with the world overall. Both of those have gone up, not down, especially the overall trade deficit. It did not add to manufacturing employment while Trump was in office. That flatlined. And there have been a lot of studies since they've been in effect that say this actually cost U.S. jobs, because when you put tariffs on imports, guess what? There are a lot of companies that buy those products, and so their costs go up. One study found that the Trump tariffs actually killed 245,000 U.S. jobs, mostly manufactured. So why in the world would Trump want to go do this again? I cannot get inside the guy's head. We know he considers himself tariff man. Somebody long ago must have convinced Trump that tariffs are simply a good thing. And now with the true faith of a crusader, he's going to put more tariffs in if he gets the chance. This would also raise a lot of revenue that Trump could use to actually cut other taxes such as the corporate tax rate, which he wants to cut even further. So the trick there is any tax that raises a lot of revenue is a tax on Americans. So this gives Republicans running against Trump in the primaries, and then President Biden, if we end up with a Trump-Biden rematch, they can say, look, Trump wants to raise your taxes by $250 billion a year, and that will be generally true. So I'm perplexed by why Trump would go back to this instead of coming up with something different and better, but here we are.
And I have a feeling you've got a number of columns in the works, Rick.
Already
discussing
out.
all of this. We look forward to seeing those. As always, Rick Newman, thanks so much for that.